On the third integration session, and that means that we're on the Sphera of Chokhmah, and so we'll go through, I think I want to do it the other way from last time, meaning we'll go through the level 3 practice up through Chokhmah first, and then we can do the affirmation prayer sequence, and then we'll just come into meditation. So I'll spend a little more time with each of those Sphirot. Okay, here we go. Okay. There we go. That's the entire first panel. So to prepare, just bringing to mind the simple fact of being itself, to notice that reality is all that is right now, in this moment, both within our awareness, within our experience, and infinitely beyond our awareness, beyond our knowledge, and beyond our experience. Reality is as it is, and there's not much more we can say about it other than that it is. And this is expressed by that symbol of Keter, the crown, which is the oneness and fundamental transcendent miracle of being itself. And so bringing that to mind, bringing the right hand to the top of your head to perceptualize the crown of Keter as a sphere of white light, chanting Achat. Achat Ruach Elohim Chaim. And now perceptualizing the second Keter several feet above your head, a bigger sphere of white light, recognizing that this oneness of being is completely within us but beyond us as well, transcendent, above any sense of me, in existence infinitely before we came into being. And this is the recognition that everything is part of this one reality, and also the one reality is beyond all form. Hu Eloheinu. Hu Eloheinu. Ein Od. And now, if you're comfortable, you can try your hand at drawing an aleph above your head. So you can kind of just make the shape of the aleph up there, drawing the aleph, and then drawing that aleph downward as a beam of light into your chest. Very nice. And so the aleph is there, but it also kind of elongates and stretches as a beam of light down into our chest, into the heart, adopting the attitude of the heart of openness to the full spectrum of feeling. So being the microcosm of Keter is being the oneness of being within which the full spectrum of experience comes and goes. That's the Aleph. And chanting Aromimcha. Aromimcha Elohai HaMelech Vavarecha Shimcha Leolam Va'ed. And now, as we see that light that came down into the heart continue its way down, you might want to relax your hand. You can do either way. I'm going to relax my hand and imagine the light streaming back down to the feet, manifesting as a sphera of Malchut, of blue and earth colors, bringing to mind the counterpoint to Keter, which is that the one reality is embodied in all things, and particularly our direct experience of that is our own body right now. That reality is manifesting as this body right now in this moment. Shtayim. Shtayim ruach me ruach. And now bringing to mind the second Malchut, several feet below you and larger, recognizing that the whole world, the whole universe is all manifestation of Keter, that it is the Malchut, the kingdom of the oneness, the kingdom of the divine, the expression in all things of the one. And that the way the universe is actually is the truth beyond our interpretation or judgment of it. Truth is expressed in the fact of how the universe is in this moment. Emet. Emet malakenu efes zulato. Now, as we visualize the line of Bet, once again, you might want to bring in the drawing of the Bet. So I'm going to back up the camera a little bit so just to show how I'm doing it. It's going to be in front of you to the right. It's going to connect where Chesed and Netzach are. And so the way I do this is I begin drawing the line from Chesed down to Netzach, but when I'm partway there, halfway there, I draw a little letter Bet in the air and then continue it down. So the visualization is of this line connecting Chesed and Netzach, but in the center of that line is the shape of the letter Bet, which you can see on the screen at the top. So visualizing that line with the Bet in front of you to your right. Bet is the spirit of welcome, of hospitality. And so with Malchut, we acknowledged and honored the presence of the divine, but with Bet, we're actively inviting it in. It brings it more into the heart and relational level, which is why Bet is number 2. 2 meaning relationship between two beings, between us and the divine, of making the world consciously into a place, a house for the divine. And we chant Bechol Yom, Bechol Yom Avarechecha Valela Shimcha Leolam Vaed. And we come to the last piece that we'll do for today, which is Chokhmah, bringing right hand to right skull, seeing a sphera of blue, dark gray, the depths of the ocean, and bringing to mind that this depth is the ocean of consciousness. That is the field of consciousness within which everything is perceived right now, the field of consciousness we are, beneath and beyond body, thought, and feeling. We are this vast and infinite depth. Shalosh. Shalosh Mayim Meruah. And now bringing to mind the second outer Chokhmah, which is at shoulder level behind you on the right, seeing it as a bigger sphera of depth, ocean-like. And we chant the affirmation of unification, of realizing unity, L'Shem. L'Shem Yichud Kudsha Brichu. And now if you like, it's optional, just with your right hand indicating, it's a little awkward to do it completely, but you're just pointing in the general direction of creating that gimel line, and you can also draw that gimel behind you. So the gimel is representing the quality of completeness, of not needing something else, of not needing to go anywhere, but just complete in this moment, which is always a quality inherent in the present moment. It's the fullness of being that we can tap into when becoming present, which is why it's the word gadol, which means greatness. And we chant, Gadol Adonai Umehula Me'od V'li Gedulato Ein Cheket. And that's where we'll stop for these panels, but I feel a little uneven that we did Chokhmah. So we can take a moment to bring your left hand also to Bina, and then bring them together to make the unification of the right and left. And now let's recite through or chant through the prayers and affirmations. So we'll repeat Keter and Malchut and Chokhmah. Okay. Here we go. And if you're able to bring to mind the different places for each of the things we're reciting, if that's easy for you, then go for it. But it's not necessary at this point, because of course we have plenty of time to bake in those visualizations. Keter. One reality, the crown of existence. Aleph. Awake now as the consciousness that I am. Malchut. Your presence dwells as the essence of all things. Bet. In the temple of this body. Chokhmah. Filling and transcending all form. Gimel. Complete and whole in this moment. Bina. May these words awaken the recognition, Dalet, that all is your grace. Dot. May this realization, Chesed, flow as love, Tiferet, and shine as light. Hey, in my deeds. Gevura, strengthen me to live. Vav, free from all impulses. Netzach, practicing constantly. Zion, cutting through all distractions. Hod, in humility and gratitude. Chet, to receive this moment as it is. Yesod, and serve you in joy. Tet, to reveal the hidden goodness. Yod, of this simple awareness. Kaf, fearlessly I now choose. Lamed, to receive your teaching. Mem, Ocean of being, purify me, samech, and support me. Ayin, to see, pay, and taste the sweetness, tzadi, of trusting and serving you. Kuf, in the ordinary holiness of life. Resh, that transcends all understanding. Shin, please Hashem guard me to remain awake. Tav, and sincerely mindful. Nun, that all comes from you, and to you all shall return. And let's come into silence with a brief 3 portals. So bringing right hand to your heart, giving awareness, lecha, lecha, left hand to your belly, feeling awareness flowing down into your organs, shining and expanding out to fill the entire body with the light of consciousness. Naaseh, naaseh. Right hand to forehead, shining into space, vast, infinite, borderless field of consciousness, of light. Vinishma. Vinishma. Relaxing fingers, relaxing hands. Atahu. 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 Atyahi. Atyahi. Atyahi, Atyahi, Atahu, Atahu. Coming into silence, resting the mind in the Atahu, letting go of the stream of thinking, being the vast, formless field of light.
Please rise in body or spirit. Come close to one another. Probably don't need the machzor, you could put it down.
Okay, and closing the meditation once again, bringing right hand to your heart, offering presence with Lecha. Lecha. And bringing left hand to your belly, feeling awareness down into your organs, shining out to fill the temple of the body. Naaseh. And bringing right hand to your forehead, awareness shining in all directions, infinitely beyond all perception, within which all perception comes and goes, vast field of silent presence, Venishma, Venishma. Kissing fingers, relaxing hands, as you come to this Shabbos Shuvah, the Shabbat of return, and Shabbat Ha'azinu, which comes from the word for ear. Give ear, O heavens. Listen to my words, O earth, is what Moses says at the beginning of Parshat Ha'azinu. The idea being that the awareness that listens is like the heavens, but to do that we have to bring awareness into the earth of our bodies, make that connection of heavens and earth, and be the listening, be the perceiving. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, v'yoko Yisrael, v'yoko Yoshvei Tevel, v'yimru